welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles, and welcome to day 24 of Vlogmas. We have finally reached the end of our advent calendars. Tomorrow I will be doing my Ringing in the New Year book tag, and then I'll be on a little mini hiatus until the beginning of the new year when I do all of my end of year recap and best of, worst of, and all that fun stuff. Our last tea is Jingle Bell Chai, which I am excited about because I do like chai tea. This is black tea with ginger, cinnamon, cocoa nibs. Don't know how I feel about that. White chocolate. Okay, this is going downhill very quickly. Pink peppercorns, cardamom, white chocolate flavoring, snowflake candies, cloves, and cocoa powder. I was excited, but the cocoa and white chocolate are making me question it. Has all the regular flavors of a typical chai, but then there is a little bit of bitterness. I think that can be fixed with honey. Our final piece of chocolate is the milk chocolate Santa, and I have to admit that since yesterday's was also milk chocolate, I'm a little disappointed. I'm not the biggest fan of milk chocolate in general. I don't hate it, but I prefer dark chocolate. Also, I just feel like Santa should have a little razzle dazzle or something, you know? My final Vlogmas recommendation is an adult fantasy trilogy, one that is good if you are transitioning out of YA and into adult, and that is the David Bode trilogy by Shannon Chakraborty, which includes City of Brass, Kingdom of Copper, and Empire of Gold. If you've been around for a little bit, then you already know City of Brass was one of my favorite books of last year. However, Empire of Gold was one of my least favorite of last year. Despite my feelings towards the end of the trilogy, I still really love City of Brass and will always recommend it. In this, we are following Nari, who is a con artist in 18th century Cairo. She has the ability to sense sickness in people, and she is known as somewhat of a healer. One day, while she is performing a ritual to help a little girl, she accidentally summons an ancient Jinn warrior, and he whisks her off to the magical city of David Bode. I really love the world in this series. I didn't necessarily love all of the characters. I did like Nari, and we get her perspective, but we also get the perspective of Ali Zaid Al-Qahtani, who is one of the princes in David Bode. While I didn't like him as a character, even his chapters were still really interesting because there's a lot of interesting things happening, specifically the politics of this magical city that we learn through his point of view. There's also a collection of short stories that comes with this series. It's called The River of Silver. I've not yet read it, but I do have the audiobook and plan to get to it sometime in 2023. I also have reviews of all three of these books, and we'll have them linked in the description. I'm also looking forward to Shannon Chakraborty's new release that should be coming out in early 2023. I enjoyed both the tea and the chocolate today, so we are now 16 for 24 on tea and 18 for 24 on chocolate. Not bad overall. I am glad that I got both of them, and will definitely be doing more advent calendars in the future. As for would I do Vlogmas again, I think I would, but it is a lot of work, and I understand why some people just absolutely don't want to do it. Like I said, I will have another video tomorrow. Thank you for everyone who has been keeping up with my Vlogmas content. I know it's a lot to have to keep track of, but honestly, I did have a good time, and this was pretty fun. Let me know if you have read the David Bode trilogy or if it's on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I will see you tomorrow.